In 1993, we started a camp program for young leaders from regions of conflict. In many ways, this was an experiment. What would happen if we brought young people from opposite sides of conflict and gave them an opportunity to come together in ways that would otherwise be impossible? Our commitment at Seeds of Peace has always been focused on the long term. So today, we are working with young people, with educators, and other social change makers in the Middle East, in South Asia, and in the United States, and supporting them as they work for change in their communities. At the core of our camp program are daily facilitated dialogue sessions, where our campers engage in difficult and important conversations that aren't happening anywhere else.
As a camper here, I came not knowing what to expect really. Facing someone from the other side was very hard at the beginning. You're exposed to new things. We just throw everything out on the table. People start to like, oh, I didn't know that. My family didn't tell me this. I wasn't taught this in school.
The kids come with a narrative, with a very strong narrative that they believe deeply, that they were taught from the day that they were born. It's hard for people to accept the fact that the facts that they were taught are not the only facts there are.
Once we actually listen and hear what the person is trying to say, then there's actual progress.
Each year we conduct research on the progress our campers make. The statistical evidence is there that our program is working by giving young people a chance to question what it is they thought they knew about their so-called enemy.
The most important piece of what we do takes place really once the seeds go home. We have staff and offices in each country in which we work that provide year-round programming and support to the seeds through their high school years, with the goal of making sure that the relationships that start here at camp continue to build and develop, that they gain a more nuanced and more sophisticated understanding of the issues that comprise their conflicts, and that they gain skills in communication, critical thinking. Alongside the programs that we run for youth, we run parallel programs for educators from each of the societies that our young people are coming from across the Middle East and South Asia and US.
It's a unique community of educators now around the world, started at camp. They also learn skills that they can use back at home. And back at home, they become a very unique community of educators working in their own communities and across lines of conflict.
Seeds of Peace is very much growing as our seeds grow. Our oldest alumni, now in their late 20s and early 30s, are taking on positions of leadership across a variety of different professional sectors. We're really excited to be investing in leaders in new ways, and this is why we started Gather, an initiative that allowed us to bring them together and support their work in as many ways as possible. And this is why we started a fellowship program to support seeds, educators, artists, and other change makers who are doing innovative work in their communities.
Seeds of Peace through this fellowship has been guiding me to grow my existing project, which is Project Amal Salam. It's a project that aims to empower the future of Syria. We've run educational workshops for about 5,000 children in Jordan, Turkey, Lebanon, and inside Syria.
Most of the ICT graduates is unemployed. So our idea for our project is to create job opportunities for them by seeking contracts from outside Gaza.
We take textbook history, we put them side by side in the same book to highlight the contrast between the two narratives so that they can see that there's always another side to every story.
Seeds of Peace, it had an enormous impact on my own teaching. In my age group that I coordinate, I see 200 kids a year. After they learn the Independence War, we do a lecture about the Nakba to understand the other. It really has an enormous effect.
Today, Seeds of Peace is one of the longest running leadership development organizations of its kind. We continue to run our camp program where young people from communities divided by conflict have the opportunity to come together in an experience rooted in dialogue. We will continue to provide opportunities for change makers and educators as they work to lead change with courage and conviction where it is most needed.